round 14 of the International Masters of Formula R 2.0. The second race of the day from Okayama in Japan, in the not pouring rain, but definite rain.
A nice bit of English style drizzle.
Yes. Japan.
British style, sorry, with my Scottish co-commentator.
Yes, the Japanese circuits are accustomed to rain, and Okayama's no exception. It's a map of the circuit. It is narrow and tight, but not impossible to overtake on, especially in these conditions, as we discovered last time.
Yeah, most of the action was through 6, 7, 8 and 9, 10 areas.
Indeed. So, after the previous race, P.Y. James is on reverse grid pole, by virtue of finishing 8th in the previous race. Alongside him is AGOK, Jims, Bai Jr., MDSP, Mr. Flobdob, Kimster, Ollie K, and Bukoy and Lynn were points finishers who missed out on the reverse grid.
It's a golden opportunity here for P.Y. James to get would this be his first victory of the season?
I believe it would be, yes. Joe Speed and Croffy just missed out on points. Shouty and Normator we saw making a few mistakes, as did Dan Thorne. 20 starters after Blairy has not been able to join in this race following his disconnection before race 1, which is very unfortunate. And that gives...
And, well, unless something happens at the final round, you'd think that's him out of the championship.
Stranger things have happened. There's 4 lights and 5 lights are on, they're green and they're away, and...
It's a good start by Jims there.
It is a very good start. He's up to second as they swoop into turn 1.
Seeing AJK keeps the third position.
Kimster just gets into MDSP and the cars scatter around him, not as clean as it was in race 1.
Now Kimster hasn't weighted up yet, so we'll see if anything happens from that.
I'd like to see a replay of it first. MDSP is down to
it might
11.
not have been malicious.
And lunging down the inside of Lynn, the red and black car, and that allows Croffy chances. Kimster starts to line up Jims.
He ducks out of the spray and he's going to brake slightly later and
makes it stick.
And now he also has the next corner covered up, so that's third position for Kimster wrapped up.
Yeah, very, very good move there, and then it's Bai Jr. now right behind Jims, with AGOK and Ollie K, who's not made that great progress. Jims has a think about coming back to Kimster and loses out to Bai Jr. in the process, which puts AGOK back on his tail after the previous race.
And no, AJK's in second somehow.
Yes, because he started.
Must have repassed Jims somehow, unsighted.
No, because AGOK started ahead of Jims in the race. That must be Bukoy. Yes, it is, with the white helmet. And MDSP challenging Mr. Flobdob for about 9th place, I suspect.
MDSP has been very impressive so far, and is just on the inside there. We've seen a lot of clean racing from him, which is good to see. Sometimes you do get people come in who are very fast, but also very aggressive.
Yes.
And they're not used to the really rubbish racing culture.
No, it was MDSP's coming in, fitted in very well, and been instantly very
dives down.
And AGOK gets out of shape and gets into Kimster, and Kimster survives, and that allows Bai Jr. past as Tom Brooks is in the wall. He's had a very challenging debut. And that's dropped him to the...
He's missing his front wheel.
That's not a good look.
Game over.
Yes, and...
Probably just going to hit too much curb, yeah.
Trying to accelerate on the grass and hits the end of the tyre wall. It's very unfortunate as Bukoy gets into Jims and gets well out of shape. That allows Ollie K and MDSP through. Bukoy
rare bit of bump and glide.
And Mr. Flobdob spins and...
straight into Shouty. Nothing he could do.
Head to head, almost. And Mr. Flobdob having another ragged race.
Is that No, it's Craigo.
Another driver having a challenging debut in these cars. Oof! And the Norminator getting right up, almost literally into Joe Speed.
He's still going. Amazing he's not lost his front wing in that.
Indeed, or had any suspension damage, as Ollie K runs at Jim's, and he should have this secure just as long as he can brake late enough.
And he's got the inside covered. Was that him just getting a little tag maybe?
I think there's more than just getting out of shape and correcting it.
He has kept the position though.
He has indeed. Oh, MDSP getting onto the curb and getting well out of shape. And cars going either side.
Oh no. Just drifted back onto the racing line there, which would have given a few drivers a minor heart attack.
Just a little. And what are we seeing here?
He's just onto the back there of one
Oh,
of
this is live.
Yes.
I thought we were seeing
One of the senior cars in front of him.
Yeah, I think it's Croffy.
222 number plate.
Yeah, with the blue helmet.
And is this
Flob on
yes.
Tommy. Over 10th and 11.
Sometimes it's hard to know which of Fender's car is where, since one of them invariably has some kind of issue and gets punted to the back of the midfield.
Tommy just running wide, and that allows MDSP a look, and it's all concertinaing up because Croffy now has a look at MDSP. But once again, the battle for the fringes of the points is the particularly exciting one as some of the fast guys come through.
Now it's Flob who's leading the way. Tommy's staying. Oh no, stay close with him, but he's spun off.
Just gone to the grass and no recovery from there.
And now that by Junior, it's Ollie K.
Passing AGOK, but AGOK now facing
just
back.
Has a little look around the outside, but
there's no way
really
through
going to happen there.
And
Shout is now down on the inside of somebody for 8th position. I think it might be Joe Speed.
It's not an unusual place to try
No, it's
and
Bukoy.
overtake.
Has a little look around, see if he can force Shout into a mistake, but Shout a little bit too clever for that.
Yeah, just putting himself into Shouty's mirrors, because you never know, as Craigo has lost his front wing somewhere in the opening laps, and pissing.
There he goes.
Having new tyres fitted. Bukoy goes to the inside and
sets himself up very nicely.
Shouty
Just got to make sure he can fend off Shouty.
Shouty will be able to fight back, and Lynn and Flobdob are getting very close to this battle as well.
Yeah, Bukoy doesn't want to have one of them going after him. He's a bit too busy looking at Shouty.
And Flob gets through, so that puts MDSP on Lynn's tail, the two guys who you'd expect running at the front. And
Ooh.
Flob getting quite out of shape there, but just about keeps it pointing in the right direction.
Shouty's down. Ooh.
Oh, and Jim's, I think, looked like he forced Bukoy off the track there. He might be in trouble with the stewards for that.
Yeah, it looked like he got out of shape, was trying to correct himself and went straight into Bukoy.
Hopefully we'll see a replay of it.
Here we do. Yeah, he got out on the grass.
And defending from Shouty, but went right across the track and
just wasn't looking.
Indeed not. A lack of spatial
MDSP.
awareness. And
ooh,
that's a... Oh, and just pushes...
No.
That's not really an overtaking spot. But they don't lose... They lose one position to one of the senior motorsports cars, and Jim's is continued on. He hasn't waited for Bukoy. I don't think he was even particularly aware that Bukoy was there, never mind he punted him off.
No, we'll probably see some kind of time penalty after the race.
Or the stewards are quite keen on issuing reprimands for the first offence.
Oh.
As Shouty goes round and gets collected and loses 2 places, and MDSP gets past Lynn in a rather more clean manner this time.
And now here we have, is this PY James? Or is it? No, it's Mr. Flobdog on Jim's.
Flobdog need very, very good progress after...
PY James, of course, is leading.
Yes. Mr. Flobdog made very good progress after early dramas.
But no drama there as he gets by Jim's. As he sets his sight on the next driver, who is nowhere in sight.
No, it's probably going to be Bai Junior, Bai Junior has found himself in a bit of a limbo land in terms of pace, not really near the front 5 or 6, and quite well clear of the midfield pack behind.
And next up to try take some position is going to be Shouty, who's seeing a lot more of the form we've come to expect from him.
Yes, Shouty. Well, we knew he'd even if he wasn't quick initially, he would get quick, and that's certainly happening now.
He's a very quick learner, Shouty. He only takes him a few goes in the car to know where the limits are and what not to do.
Yes, and he is traditionally very good in these tricky, fast cars, and in these.
Olike lunging.
And I suspect he had a little help from his teammate there.
Just got out of the way, didn't decide to come down on him, and
team orders. Of course, by Junior not in contention for the championship. Olike looking for every point he can get at the moment to try and get into contention for the championship, and that puts him directly behind Kimster.
Yes, he has missed a few more races than others, but he could still walk away from this the champion.
He could well. There's plenty could happen on the at the final race at Curitiba in Brazil.
As Dan Thorne goes on an adventure somewhere.
I saw him making a few errors in the first race, and trend seems to be continuing a little as he battles with his Independables teammate and gets spun, and that allows Race Pro through.
They're never ever too far apart, are they, these Independable drivers?
They're not. If
Dan Thorne
you see it look like he's almost drifting around that corner, which with Dan Ford he may well be trying that.
Yes, they do have a tendency to toy with each other.
Yes.
To see who can make the most ridiculous defence or overtake possible.
Yes, and
a bit too far though through Dan Thorne.
Just a little.
I'm sure Tommy would have appreciated the entertainment.
They very nearly collided, which I'm sure would not have pleased either of them.
PY James, well, he did have the perfect opportunity to win this race, and he's doing everything he's needed to do so far.
Yes, Kim's got a few seconds gap back to Kimster and Olike, although not enough to be totally comfortable at the moment with 10 laps still to run.
And it looks like Olike will be bothering Kimster sooner than Kimster will be bothering PY James, so that will further aid his cause in taking his first victory.
Indeed it will.
Just a slightly sideways, you see them taking a few more liberties with that curb as the race goes on. They think they can get away with more and more, and sometimes they find out that really isn't the case.
Yes, pushing the limits quite, pushing the limits and all, trying to find every tenth of a second they can.
Olike mirroring the fastest lap he got from race 1. Oh, someone's into the side there.
Is that Jim's? Yes, Jim's making a big mistake there.
So that promotes Shouty up to 7th, and MDSP to 8th position.
MDSP all over Shouty, two Independables. Independents.
They wish. But now he's got right underneath him and through the twisty bit, which we haven't seen a lot of.
Indeed not.
Shouty's going to come back. There are a few drivers better on the brakes than Shouty.
Fights back very successfully too. It's not really an overtaking spot, but they've done it.
MBSB is not going to give up though. He is slightly faster at this point in the race. He just has a little look, and he should have really committed more to that if he wanted to take that position. Lynn now on the inside of Croffey, battling for the last points position.
Indeed, these two are quite close in the championship as well. Only 2 or 3 points in it, and the two teams are quite close as well.
And Shouty going wide again, and MDSP has the position. You feel he's going to hold on to it unless he gets a little raggedy out that corner.
So MDSP should be faster at this stage of the race, or should be faster overall. If nothing else, he's got more familiarity with the car than Shouty does.
So Shouty, it looks like this is going to have to surrender this position.
Shouty definitely doing a good job in this race. He's kept on the track after a few too many mistakes in the last race. Oh, as we were saying, commentator's curse strikes again.
And he's just going to lose positions hand over fist here. Who's he behind? He's behind Lynn, so that's going to drop him to 12th position.
May end up behind Bukoy.
But Shouty will pick himself up, and no doubt he's not going to finish. He's not going to settle for that finishing position, at least.
Definitely not after such a good start to the race.
I think Shouty's style, I did say he's good on the brakes. He does like to brake onto the apex and power away, and in this kind of car in the rain, sooner or later you're just going to have some kind of moment. Lynn getting in there with Coffee, just a little friendly nudge.
Very close indeed.
And now Bukoy is going to challenge Shouty, but he's not quite close enough to make a move on the outside. And that will be one of the Argo Sports behind them in 13th place.
Probably Joe Speed.
Joe Speed, yeah.
Craigo lost about a lap on the early stages when he had to have a front wing change and various spins and accidents, as Dan Thorne attempts to pass Race Pro.
Race Pro in an independable sandwich. We haven't seen much of Race Pro this weekend.
Well, he knows he really only has to finish to be assured of the Independence Championship. Although he's not the fast independent, he has been around pretty much all season.
He's not one to overdrive Race Pro.
No, generally not. But he has,
even though he's struggling.
Well, he has struggled with the car after having a quite a successful season last time out. He got a podium at Mid-Ohio in the touring cars, and his style seemingly doesn't really suit these much more twitchy single-seaters. And Shouty's got ahead of Lynn and is challenging Croffey ahead. So once again we're seeing the battle for the lower points positions is hogging much of the screen time.
Shouty round the outside,
carrying so much more speed.
Is he going to have the inside line? If he's going to be heavy on the brakes, he's not.
Oh, and he pushes. And 4 wide. Goodness me. Lynn kind of forced to the outside. And it's Croffey.
And Coffey makes his own mistake there.
And Joe Speed getting involved as well. It's all getting rather frantic at the moment.
So that will put Shouty back into the points positions. And now he's got Bukoy ahead of him.
Coffey won't have given up in these positions. He needs the points as well in his battle with Lynn over 14th in the championship.
4-wheel drift around that corner. Maybe there's some kind of issue, or he's just trying to get himself settled again.
We did see in the first race various drivers that one mistake can often lead to another mistake.
And there he goes again.
Yeah, kind of demonstrating the point. Because when you've made a mistake, you then oh dear. When you've made one mistake, you tend to think about it too much, and then you're more prone to make another mistake.
Now Shouty here has got a good position. He is in 11th, so this will be for 10th position and a point. Be point on his debut round.
Run on Bukoy, and
he's going to go around the outside.
He's made it
fancy.
He's made it round the outside before, but Bukoy makes his car big.
That is his fancied line, but he was, I think, a bit too heavy, a bit too deep into the corner. Had to take some of the momentum out of his trajectory.
See, he does look faster than Bukoy, and all over the track trying to find a way past.
There are a few people scarier to having your mirrors than Shouty. He will find a way by eventually.
Oh, and I think he's just found it. He's forced Bukoy to run wide and been able to get the cut back, but Bukoy just keeps ahead. You feel it's only a matter of time before Shouty finds a way through.
Bukoy's put his flop
into the gravel, keeps it out the wall, but that loses him a place to MDSP. And PY James
under attack from the lead.
Pressure from Kimster and Ollie Kay.
Now Kimster's got to be very careful here, because it could go all wrong and Ollie Kay could go sailing off into the lead. And he'd be stuck with a broken car.
I think Kimster's biggest priority must be to keep Ollie Kay behind him. Ultimately, PY James isn't in the championship battle. It doesn't matter if he wins, but if Ollie Kay were to get past, even if it was only for second and third, that would be a much worse scenario for Kimster.
It seems, although he is trying to keep him behind, as you said, they have caught up to PI James, and he will be faced with a dilemma, because he can't keep behind him forever, otherwise Ollie Kay will have a golden opportunity to pass him.
So does he feel that the best way to defend is attack? Be a risky move.
It has been Kempster's style though.
That is true.
He's not an attack at all cost driver, but
No,
he will go for it if there is good opportunity.
He's certainly not one to hold back.
The way they control these cars with that snaky bit on these conditions is just a real testament to their abilities. Just make it look so easy.
What we see here is this Shouty getting past Bukoy.
This is another
Round
attempt.
the outside again, but he carries more speed and it gives him the inside for the corner after, as we've seen so many times over the two races.
And we feed straight back into the battle for the lead.
Mr. Director doing a very good job of the transition there.
Just holding steadily. Ollie Kay isn't exactly swarming all over Kempster, so maybe he's being patient.
Well, Ollie Kay's got the championship battle to think about as well.
It's a little out of shape there from PY James, but it's not going to cost him too much time.
Well, Ollie Kay has to think that, much like Kempster...
Danthorne's off the road.
For Ollie Kay, a non-finish would put him out of the championship run, as Lynn has got past Bukoy by the looks of things. And now see if he can catch Shouty. But
I think Chelsea will probably have too much, but Bukoy's coming right back underneath. Lynn was very tentative through those two corners, almost as if he thought he had the job done.
Well, he's been punished for it, whatever the reason. And Bukoy gets back past.
And here comes Kempster.
Lunge down the inside.
PY James is right back on the inside. And he stays on the defensive line here, so he's going to force Kempster to go around the outside, although Shouty has shown you can do that and make the position.
Yeah, it depends how much speed you can carry.
And he's carrying a lot of speed, and you think maybe he's going to end up the victor out of all of this.
Again, he's got the inside for the next corner. That seems to be actually the best way of getting in positions, to go round the outside, hold enough speed, and then get the inside for the corner after.
Yeah, if you can cover the apex of turn 7, then you've got the job done pretty much.
Indeed, and that'll open up PY James to attack from Ollie Kay behind. Ollie Kay, another very, very fast driver, and he will not want to have Kempster finishing 2 positions ahead of him.
He certainly will not. Just went slightly over the bump there, but didn't unsettle the car too much. As they passed a lap driver, that will be...
And that's Tommy. Struggling
saw
badly.
A flash of yellow there.
Struggling badly in these conditions.
So Ollie Kay is keeping with them. Kempster hasn't exactly rocketed away, but there's a few car lengths between them now. And as if Ollie Kay flicks a switch in his mind, knows I have to be second, so he's going for it now.
No, Ollie Kay, being behind in the championship, needs every point he can get, especially with Kempster winning. Or if Kempster does win, of course.
Well, there's just the 3 laps to do it in. Shouty's now caught up to Jim's.
He has.
8th position would be a very good result for him. Of course, he was 8th before he had his first spin in the race.
Bukoy just in the background holding on from Lynn for the last points position.
He's just covering him off at all the right points, James. He's taking it cautiously, but he can't take it too cautiously.
He's just putting his car in all the right places. Shouty is definitely faster and may well find a way through.
Almost had an opportunity to cut back underneath there, but Jim's had it
getting a
slightly
little out of shape. And PY James still holding on from Ollie Kay, and he's actually pulled out a couple of car lengths as they go into the penultimate lap.
Yeah, Ollie Kay, you could see him there almost going onto the grass there, trying to find every little bit of time he can to get past PY James, but so far he's got him covered.
This battle, you feel, is definitely not over. Kempster looks to be relatively secure in the lead.
Yeah, it would take a mistake from him to put the victory in doubt.
Ollie
Kay, of course, has to get past PY James, and you don't think he'd be close enough on the last lap to pass for the lead?
No. As you say, it would require a mistake from Kimster for that to happen.
He's quite close here, but...
PYG's going defensive, Ollie Kay trying to carry more speed, but it's a little out of it.
Yeah, the up and under doesn't really work because of the banked nature of that corner.
No.
And it's not as if there is a massive straight leading out of it either.
Indeed
Shouty's
not.
still harrying Jim's.
Yeah, Jim's holding on well at this point.
Shouty again, very, very late on the brakes and almost gets Jim's there, but...
Shouty's able to carry so much speed into that corner, maybe not quite as much out of it.
Someone on the grass,
I think it was
being lapped.
I think it was a senior motorsports car, probably Master on roll. And he just gets well out of the way of everybody.
Shouty's going to try his usual trick, but he's not close enough.
No, you really need to be alongside going into the corner to make that stick. And Mr. Flobadog attacks AGOK, who's had a fairly quiet race in the middle.
Sixth place will be quite a good result for him.
Yeah, I don't think he
just rewards.
AGOK has spent most of the season in the points, there or thereabouts.
Oh, Flob's got a run on him there, and we cut away to see the battle for second position.
On the last lap, and Ollie Kay survives an attack BR James, and that could be vital for the championship. So Ollie Kay goes and Flobadog just carrying more speed into that corner than AGOK was able to snatch 6th place.
PY James not giving up, but there's not really going to be anywhere for him to have a reasonable chance unless Ollie Kay has a mistake out of this corner here.
No, you're right. There's after that turn 9 or 10, I think it is, it's not really another overtaking spot unless the driver in front makes a big mistake, and Ollie Kay isn't in the habit of making mistakes.
And so Kimster will cross the line to take yet another victory.
Yep.
One fingertip on the championship trophy, perhaps.
Yes, but and PY James.
James celebrates in his traditional manner.
Quite. And Race Pro lapped in 18th, but that should be enough for him to clinch the Independence Championship.
By Junior, very solid 4th place.
Once again in his limbo land,
and the two Independables
doing what Independables do.
Synchronised spinning and Tommy's waiting up for Dan, and Dan seems to be reversing so that he's going to reverse all the way to the finish line.
Well, that's one way. I guess we have seen a few drivers struggle with spin turns, so this could just be a way in Tommy, and they're going to be caught by Croffy if they're not careful.
This is the most bizarre and brilliant formation finish I've ever seen.
Right, that'll look interesting.
And Croffy does get them.
Croffy pips them, and they're not in the points, but Shouty beats Jims to 8th, and Bukoy very close behind in 10th, Lynn just outside the points ahead of Joe Speed, and Craigo's about a lap down. Once again, the lower points throwing up some great battles. Kimster wins in just a few seconds under 26 minutes, 90 mph average again. As you say, one fingertip on the championship trophy. But
yes, nothing's settled, but he's now in a very strong position.
Ollie Kay only 2 seconds behind, PY James a further second back. PY Junior reflecting his pace limbo land by finishing on his own in 4th.
Bukoy only slightly behind Jims there.
Yes, it seemed to be. I think Jims and Shouty held each other up because they were quite well ahead of Jims at one point. Norminator
confirming that 14th place.
Yes, Norminator finishing on the lead lap again, which is impressive for his debut in Race 07. Croffy beating the Independables. Craigo, Race Pro and Master on Road were 2 laps down, as we saw Tom Brooks going out in an accident in the opening laps. In the championship, Kimster leads by 12 points from Ollie Kay, with 12 points available for second place and 2 races to go. It's not over yet. Blairy still with a mathematical shot, but it would seem quite unlikely at this point.
He would need a double victory and at least one non-finish for Kimster.
Definitely. Dan Thorne on 22 points, 2 points ahead of Tommy, Smidgey, who's no longer in the season, Croffey and Lynn, only a point between them for top Scottish driver. Astronaut both on 9 points, Joe Speed and Race Pro both on 7. I am at 8 on 6 points. There's been a lot of drivers this season. Shouty 3 points in his first weekend. Don Matteo top of the non-scorers ahead of Burwellian and Danger Dave. Norminator with a solid debut. Dr. Twiglet, who we only saw once this season. Craigo and Tom Brooks will be hoping to make some progress at Curitiba next time out. The Defenders leads the points title championship. They are pretty much confirmed. In fact, I think they are mathematically confirmed to win the championship with that kind of lead, over 140 points. And Monmouth Motorsport are confirmed to win the Independence Championship with 2 independent third places.
It's the second season in a row for Monmouth Motorsport to be the independent champion, so
Yes.
there'll be a few fizzy bottles opening up there.
I'm sure. And another quite similar race, we saw a lot of racing in the midfield for the lower points positions, and a few accidents and incidents.
Not quite as messy as the first race,
Not quite.
but still plenty of thrills and spills.
Yes, plenty going both right and wrong, and some very good battles. We saw Bucoy and Croffey and Lynn, Shouty and Jims, among others, all battling hard with each other.
Shouty very much the overtaking master.
Yes, able to carry significant speed in certain corners, although occasionally we saw a bit too much speed into others. And these,
Senior Motorsports having a few more senior moments.
indeed. But 2 good races in the west of Okayama. Next time out we are at Curitiba in Brazil, which is a very, very fast circuit. Quite different to Okayama and indeed anywhere else we've been this season. And it's quite
Yes,
the location to finish the championship.
They certainly thought that through very well.
Yes, definitely. And of course the championship feels right finishing in Brazil, and it will be either Kimster, Ollie K, or still with a chance Blairy who will take that championship.
There's that bizarre finish.
Yes, we hope we will see you then for the climax.